We're back with album review, and hey, Chris, welcome to album review.
Hi.
Yeah. So this week we're doing something special. As you know, it's Christmas time. This is our third time doing this. The Philly Specials have done their third Christmas album, and this is also, I think that's their last one. So, you know, as the story goes, made a Christmas album, did it for charity, have a bunch of cool features on it. You know, it's just Christmas music at the end of the day, but you know, it's the Eagles, like.
Yeah.
And you guys haven't listened to the other albums, right?
No, this is the only one I've listened to.
I listened to some songs off of the other album.
Yeah. First one came out a few days before Christmas, and it was a kind of not a surprise that they were doing it, but it came out and I was like, wow, this is actually really freaking good. The second one came out, I liked it a little less, but it was more of a whole album, kind of like this one. And then there's this one, which is the last one, and I don't have much else to say on it unless you guys have context of
They're
anything.
not doing another one?
No context.
This, I think, is their last one.
Okay.
I think they don't want to, let it run its course too
I think
long.
they already did.
I think 3's enough.
I think that was too much.
So, shall we jump into the
Yep.
songs?
Yep.
So the first one is
Last Christmas.
Yep, this one I think is done by Jordan Mailata. They're all, the main three members of the Philly Specials, if you don't know, are offensive linemen for the Eagles. You got Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata, and the recently retired Jason Kelsey.
This one was okay.
I didn't mind this one. This was one of my favorites off the album, I'd say.
I
Yeah,
think
off the
I
album,
like
yeah.
this one. Yeah.
I did not like
No
this.
complaints.
You didn't like this one?
No, I didn't like his voice.
And it's
Thought
the
the
longest song.
The reverby, electric guitar thing was kind of cool,
Yeah.
but it was too long. The song.
It was a little
The
long, but
last minute and a half felt like filler.
I guess so. But I mean, it was nice for a bit. I don't know. I liked that one a lot, though, out of all of them.
Better than some others.
Yeah, what's next?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I mean, I like it. I mean, it's decent. It's an alright cover of it.
It wasn't the original.
No
I will
shit.
just say that.
I'm not a big Christmas music fan in general, so
Yeah, I get that.
And it really,
and I think it was a little bit worse than the original still, and I don't really
Damn.
like the original, so.
it really went to the beat of "Have a Holly Jolly Christmas." I started singing that in the middle of the
What?
song, just because it went to the same beat. I think they were doing it a little bit too slow for Rudolph.
I think that's just that they both are in the same time signature
That could
more
be.
than anything else.
That could
Could
be
be.
too.
That's
All
more
right.
of that than you thinking they sound
Probably
alike.
Christmas
It's
music,
probably a formula.
standard, usual thing.
Something easy to listen to. Something that, people don't get tired of 30 or 40 times. I mean, yes, I do personally, and I know a lot of people do, but other people are like, oh, I could listen to this all through the holidays. And it's like, you got to keep it something simple.
You know what they have to do so people don't get tired of the same music over and over again? A football team like the Eagles should probably come out with a Christmas album. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of that old Christmas music. Maybe a football team comes out with a new album, copying the old songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's what they're thinking in a way.
That's
I was just saying
That's
that
pretty
as
much
a
what this
second-
is,
reviewing this.
But I don't know who was singing on that song. But
I think it was
did not
Lane.
like
I
it.
mean, I'm
I
not
didn't
sure.
like his singing. On that
I mean, he
song.
was decent. What's next?
Having a Party.
This one's okay.
I didn't like this song. I really
How did
didn't
this
like
one go again?
This one had
Not good.
a few original songs on
Single
this
This
one.
was one of the other.
I don't want to sing
I
this
can't even-
garbage.
It's like do 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 do.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. I didn't
Yeah.
like this
I
one.
didn't like.
It was okay.
I remember you saying you didn't like that
Yeah,
one.
I didn't
Yeah, I
like
remember that too, and I was like, oh.
Next-
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't enjoy the singing or the instrumentals of it. The beat was kind of weird.
I
Yeah.
guess I can see that.
And as a disclaimer, none of this stuff is being bad because I know it's for charity and everything. So we're not hating
Yeah, of
on
course.
that.
Oh yeah, of
We're
course.
just discussing it as music.
Yeah, I'm reviewing the music as a whole. I'm disassociating the fact that 1, it's the Eagles. 2, it's for charity.
I don't care.
3,
Yeah.
other people aren't fans of the Eagles to begin with. But it's good to have some Birds fans on
I'm a
here.
Birds fan, so I like what they're doing here. It's just some of the songs are
Yeah, well,
they're
let's
football players, not musicians.
yeah, let's go on though. What's the next track?
It's Christmas. Don't be late.
This one I actually liked.
Yeah, I mean,
I did like this one.
I mean, again, this is a very hit or miss Christmas song. Some people are annoyed
Yeah.
by Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I
but,
don't love this song, but I actually liked the Alvin and the Chipmunks one a little bit better.
I didn't like the loop de loop.
Yeah, I hated that.
That was the bad part.
That
Everything
I
else
really
was
did
great.
not
Yeah, This album, I will say, like more than the other ones, it really shows that Jason Kelsey is not a singer. Like the first two, you could get that, but like he did okay for what it was.
They were
Like,
trying to give the same goofy vibes as like every version of this song has.
Yeah.
But it was weird. They didn't like that yelling, not
Yeah.
yelling. His voice just
Grunt.
growling at me while he's singing.
like aside from that, like I think it's okay though. I don't like it more than the original one, but like it's still cool. And it's probably the most Eagles track of the entire album.
The harmony
definitely.
was good.
It's a feature from Jet Stalin, who does the
There's better harmony.
who's
on
the
album.
coordinator for the linemen for like the offensive line. So that was a cool little cameo.
The next track is Feliz Navidad.
I didn't
Too
mind it.
much Spanish for me.
Oh my god.
Okay.
The original song had some English and some Spanish in it, but I
Well,
think
I'm
they
sure-
stated everything in Spanish.
Well, I'm sure there's a Spanish version that's actually the actual original.
That's also true. That's also
That's
true.
probably what this was. Like,
Yeah.
It was
But I don't
their
know.
take on it. It was
I don't
their
know.
take
Though.
on
You
it.
just not a fan.
I didn't.
It wasn't the original beat. It was more of an island vibe, which was cool. But at the same time, they didn't have that pause that Feliz Navidad has. Remember I was talking about that?
Yeah.
There's usually it goes Feliz Navidad, and then it kind of pauses, and then they say it again. They kind of float everything into it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And there's a lot of talking at the beginning
Yeah.
Yeah.
compared to the normal Feliz Navidad song.
This one was. It was okay.
It was alright.
Wasn't anything special. And the next one, Maybe This Christmas, featuring Stevie Nicks. It's also not
Garbage.
anything special.
This was bad.
I don't want to say anything.
Bro,
You don't want to.
I don't want to say
bad
I
things
know-
about Stevie Nicks.
I don't want to say anything bad about Stevie Nicks because I like Stevie
Nicks is
a legendary
great.
singer.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
one of the greatest from the
Sounded
70s
horrible.
and 80s.
But that was when her voice was 50 years younger than it is now. So
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know much about her recent stuff, but after hearing this, oh my.
50 less years of whatever her throat has gone through.
Drugs, maybe?
Smoking, maybe.
I don't know. But it was just really disappointing. This is probably my least favorite on the album because of that.
Yeah. it
But
was-
awesome
it
for
was that
Stevie
bad.
Nicks stepping in there. That was
It
cool.
was a cool.
I mean, it's
Cool
cool to have her
idea.
in there, for
Yeah.
sure, but
But yeah,
it was bad. Like,
next song,
no
because
slice
that
of it.
wasn't very good. It's Christmas time. Parentheses in Cleveland Heights.
Oh, yes, with Boys to Men and Travis Kelsey. Yeah, Travis Kelsey's back on
I
this
didn't
album.
Like this song.
This one was okay. It
This
wasn't
felt like a Kelsey promotional song to me. Like
Yeah,
it
because
was
like
weird. I don't care if
because
they're from Ohio.
Cleveland Heights, where they're from,
I don't
Ohio,
care.
which is weird to have in a Philly album.
That's
so
my biggest gripe with it is the whole reference to Cleveland. I get that it's for the brothers, and that's why they're doing it.
mhm.
But Travis wasn't on the Eagles. This is an Eagles album.
He was on the
and
last one though, but that was kind of a cool song. The one they did on the last
And you
album.
could mention Cleveland Heights, but why do you have to say it every single time in the chorus? Like
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah.
In Cleveland Heights.
But
Yeah.
disregarding all of that information, where we're talking about like places and like what the song's
Yeah.
referencing, the singing itself was like
It's okay. Like this one I liked
I didn't
less the
like
more I listened to it.
I didn't like it. It was- I got
Travis
very tired
Kelsey's
of it by
appearance
the
on the
end.
last album was better than this one.
I got very tired of this song by the end.
Yeah, I could see that.
Next one is Loud Little Town.
This one's cute. It's got Kylie Kelsey in
I
it.
liked this one.
I think she was
this
a better
was
singer
original.
by far. Than
Oh, she was
Jason.
actually. It kind of surprised me in a way because I didn't know what to expect with her being on an album.
She's a pretty good singer.
Yeah,
She
And-
may have even wrote the song because I know
Yeah.
it's an original.
yeah. I
so-
think this is another original song,
Yeah,
and it was a really good one.
no complaints.
Like this is definitely probably one of the best off the album.
She was actually pretty good, but he was still what he was on the other songs. And I
Chat
probably
really
wouldn't-
doesn't like.
I wouldn't come back to this song, but she was. I did think she was like good. So
Chat really doesn't like.
You don't like Jason
singing.
Kelsey
I
singing.
don't like Jason Kelsey singing, and I don't really like Christmas music. I don't like the vibes. It doesn't get me. I don't get excited to listen to this. I don't know.
No, I mean I understand that. What's next though? Before we get to final thoughts.
Please Come Home for Christmas.
I like this one.
I like this one too.
I don't think I had any complaints about this.
Because I think it's funny because it's a song written by the band, the Eagles,
Yeah.
and it's a song performed by Philadelphia Eagles
And
players.
this
Eagles
is
Square-
one Christmas song that I actually do kind of like.
Yeah, I like their
This is
Christmas song
actually
in general.
Good
So
Christmas song.
I think their twist that they put on it was pretty good too. They kind
Yeah.
of made the track, everything kind of got a little bit deeper to match their voices. You know.
I like this one. This is another one of my favorites for sure.
It's one of the better ones on the album, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Next one is Sleigh Ride.
This one's okay.
I'll be honest with you, I do not remember this one. I should have took notes down.
This was the one that sounded like it was going way too fast.
I was upstairs for this song, so I did not
Oh,
hear
I
this
thought
song.
I played it for you. Oh,
I didn't.
I thought it was okay.
I thought it
mean-
sounded too fast, and I mean the saxophone was like kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it has
that
cool
was the
elements
feature.
to it.
Whoever
yeah.
they listed as the feature on the song, I forget
Yeah,
who it is, but
they don't have it on there.
I think they were the saxophone player. I'm pretty
Which
sure.
one is this?
Emmanuel Wilkins.
Yeah,
I mean that was cool, but
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
like the song that much as a whole, and it
Oh.
was too fast paced.
And they had Leroy Anderson and Michael Parrish. Mitchell Parrish.
okay.
Oh, and then this was the one where they kept like singing, where they do the thing where they sing parts of it really fast and then slow it down on the next part,
it's
like
like a roller coaster.
repeating, going fast and then slowing down faster. I didn't like that. It felt
Okay,
Probably took them a while to do that.
maybe. So what's the next one?
Santa Drives an Astrovan.
This one's a weird
featuring
one.
Mount Joy.
I don't mind this one though.
I like Mount Joy, like the couple songs I know by them.
Mm-hmm.
They have a cool sound. And this one was an original song, right?
Yeah, I think this was the last
No
original song.
complaints about this one.
This one was
I enjoyed
okay.
it.
Yeah, I mean, it was
But
different.
Still, it was Kelsey's voice that was bringing it down for me. But like, I like the Mount Joy parts. Like, this song was better than most of the other ones to me.
Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites. Like, not my absolute favorites, but it's up there.
It just sounded like Kelsey's voice was giving out sometimes on this song.
Yeah, I
remember
could,
a
I could
specific
hear
part
that.
on this song.
Mhm.
Where, yeah. And then the last song, The Parting Glass.
Yeah, it's
Not a big
It was a
fan.
cappella.
this is like usually the end of the Eagles Christmas albums usually go out with like a bang
This
because
was like solemn.
this
like,
one was just so like nothing.
Yeah.
Because this album is definitely the most removed from like Philly culture out of all of them.
And
I
if
mean,
this is the last
right.
album that they're planning to do for this, I get having an outro that feels like that.
yeah,
Like that kind of feel to it, but I didn't think acapella was the best for them. Like they don't have
yeah.
with Kelsey in the mix of that acapella. I just didn't think it sounded great without music.
I could hear that. Yeah,
Glad it was only like 2 minutes or
yeah,
whatever.
definitely one of the shortest ones too.
But yeah.
All right, well, final thoughts.
Go Eagles.
Go eat. First off, yeah, go Birds.
Not
But-
today, but yeah.
What you talking about?
Hey, come on. I gotta represent. I'm wearing it for a
Where do
reason.
you live?
I'm trying to not just look like an Eagles fan in this video.
All right, I'll go final thoughts first. Excuse me. So the first two albums were good. Like the first one is easily the best one, and each one kind of started going less and less good for me. This one is probably my least favorite of the three. Like after like a couple more listens to it. Like yeah, Christmas music. I'm kind of removing the Christmas music. I'm tired of that shit. I'm getting that out of the way. It was like,
Can't do that.
but like, it's just okay. Like this one is definitely the weakest. The features were the least notable out of all the three albums, and it feels like just less Eagles, and that's what made the other ones so unique to me. Cause like, yeah, people like who just like Christmas music can enjoy these, but also it's cool for Eagles fans. This one doesn't feel like that. Like very few moments.
This
in it.
one, it feels like it's cool if you're related to the Kelseys.
Yeah. This one,
Like, and you're
I
not, so it wasn't that cool.
yeah. Overall, I'd say this one's just okay out of all.
There was
of them.
more Kelsey references than there were Eagles.
Yeah,
references throughout
which
the
is
album.
kind of ridiculous.
It's a little
You can
annoying.
tell who is kind of running the show these days with the project. Which I love Jason Kelsey as an Eagles
Yeah,
fan.
me too. Like I like him
Everyone
outside
loves
of music.
Jason Kelsey.
I like him. I don't know.
He's
as
a great
and,
personality.
like, he's good at.
Yeah.
Driving around
does
golf
now.
carts.
He's generally a good person from what we see. But,
he
like-
breaks kids. Never mind.
Whoa!
Okay,
What?
no one's perfect. That's all I'll say at the end of the day.
What?
We'll
Yeah.
talk about that after. But final thoughts, anyone else?
I think I was directed
That's it,
towards
right?
somebody.
I like that they do it for charity. Does anyone know what charity?
I don't.
It's a Philly-based charity. I forget which one it is at the moment.
That's good for them, but I feel like I wasted 42 minutes of my life that I will never get back.
Oh.
I don't like Travis Kelsey.
Yeah.
Do you like Jason Kelsey?
I don't know him enough, but
Okay.
the song sucked. Stevie Nicks sounded horrible,
Mhm.
and that's all I have to say.
Damn. I miss the Eagles fans being on this. Final thoughts, anyone else?
7 out of 10.
That did
Oh,
not.
wow.
I was not giving scores yet. You're new to this. Is that your actual score?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we'll go
I
to
don't have to do any final
we'll go to
thoughts. You got
scores
my
real quick
ideas.
then.
All right.
Alright, so
So
why you give it a
7.
7?
I give it a 7 because from the other songs I've heard off of the other albums, I feel like the other albums were overall better. I haven't listened to the whole, the entirety of the other albums yet, but just based out of the 3 albums together, I think this is probably going to be my least favorite out of the 3.
Okay.
I liked most of the songs, I would say, on the
Okay.
album. But with the few that I didn't like, I think that brings the score down a good amount. So 7 out of 10, I feel like it's reasonable. It's
Okay.
a reasonable place to put it. It's better than 5. A little worse than 8.5, which is what I was gonna give it until the other songs kind of took hand in my score.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
What do you want to go next, Trent? Or
Sure, yeah. I'm giving it a 4.5.
alright.
Because, I mean, you heard my thoughts throughout it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I just didn't. It's hard for me to get excited for Christmas music in general. So, regardless of who was making this album, I probably wouldn't have loved it.
Mhm.
But they didn't help their case for me because a lot of it didn't sound great, and I don't know. It felt like I didn't care about the topics on some of them, like what they were mentioning and stuff. So, singing wasn't great. 4.5. I don't know.
Alright. You want to go next?
2.
Whoa!
What the
Large
fuck?
difference here.
That was
We
horrible.
found the Dallas fan.
I don't like football. That's not affecting my score in any way, though.
Yeah, that didn't affect
I'm-
my score.
Yeah, it
I'm
doesn't
not
affect
basing
mine
it off
because
that.
Yeah.
I'm not even a
I
fan
would give it
anyway.
a 1. It being for charity boosted it up a little. Like, I get it. They're just trying to whatever. That was god awful. I would just play the original Christmas music. That was sinister. No. 2. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna be a little nicer. I'm probably gonna give it a 6.
Okay, so close to me.
Yeah, like
See, now we're getting good.
definitely like the weakest of the 3. There is songs I enjoy on here, quite a few, but like it's more like hit or miss at this point in the albums, and I'm kind of glad that they're done doing these. Besides, there's so many more different Christmas albums that I think we should do for Christmas specials that I want to start exploring other routes. But of course, Go Birds at the end of the day.
We should do
Sure.
like a Frank Sinatra Christmas album.
If he's got
See
one.
that?
I have albums from him, and then I have Elvis Presley Christmas albums like on vinyl.
See, that would be
Those
good.
would be the
Well,
Christmas
next
music
year it
album.
looks like we're gonna change it up with some other Christmas artist.
Patsy Cline.
Maybe, who knows? So, Go Birds at the end of the day. But next week's episode is one that I picked last week, and I already mentioned it before, but I'll say it again. We're doing Take Care by Drake.
Tune in.
So,
Everybody, take care.
It'll be
Bye,
better than
Drake.
this. Yeah.